Well, a lot of conversations have been happening about Gen Z. And the reason why people are speaking about Gen Z is because Gen Z is aging at a faster rate, and it's kind of like a phenomenon a little bit. And so this one sister's going to kind of touch on that. And I want to follow some things she's saying because, I know what the old people said. And the beautiful thing, I was glad to be around the old people now at this age more so than any other age, because everything I see they told me is literally coming to pass. But let's go ahead and roll what this sister has to say.
Y'all are doing too much to your fucking face. All of that retinol, under eye cream, going to get all these different facials. You don't need that. Your body's going to do what it needs to do, when it needs to do it for your skin. Y'all are doing too much. And I'm going to end the video with my age. I will let y'all guess. Numero dos. Y'all wearing too much makeup. This is strictly for the ladies. Ladies, the f*** are you doing? And I'm not talking about white people. I am talking about people of color. We were not wearing full faces in middle school, in high school. We weren't wearing foundation every single day. We had mascara, lip gloss, and eyeliner that we wore under our eyelid. The bottom one, right? On our waterline. We weren't doing all that shit y'all be doing. And if you didn't know it already, makeup ages you the fuck out of you quickly. Next, we weren't eating out every day. Y'all are literally filling your body with all types of these, I'm gonna just say like synthetic foods. Shit that has all these, we weren't eating McDonald's every day, baby. We were not eating Chick-fil-A every day. We were not eating out every day. Our parents would not allow it. Nor did motherfuckers have money. Where do you think Do You Have McDonald's money came from? Came from our era. We weren't eating out every day. We were eating home cooked meals. Yes. What? Y'all eating Chipotle every fucking day. Y'all out there eating Chick-fil-A every single day. Y'all eating Taco Bell every single day. And I'm not going to sit here like we didn't have our fair share of bullshit. Like we would fry bologna. We would, eat Hot Pockets or the TV dinners or like Lunchables, sometimes. Even that was a luxury. The little mini charcuterie board Lunchables. But, to the extent that y'all are doing it, we didn't do that. Ladies, this one is strictly for you. Nobody was walking around with a lace front wig on. Nobody was walking around, period, with a wig on. You know how quickly you would have been fired up? Because you look crazy. They would have ate us the fuck up. Even people's weaves back then was looking a little raggedy and taggly. Y'all over here, 22 years old, don't got no fucking edges. We have questions. There's no reason you should be in middle school or high school really with a wig on at all.
Now, of course, I shortened the video because the video is much longer than what she was talking about. But actually, she's 38. She's a millennial. So millennials, from what I see, is not aging like Gen Z. So why Gen Z is aging so fast? So I kind of looked into, Gen Z a little bit, how they move, what they got going on versus what we had going on, right? So, I was born at the tail end of Gen X. That was the tail end. Then, my sister was born. She was considered like a older millennial. Then this young sister is more so toward the end, almost the era of millennial. And I noticed the millennials in Gen X isn't aging like that. I see Gen X men and women, and we don't look like some people in Gen Z in their 20s. So I was like, what were we doing different than what Gen Z? Number one, now this sister definitely hits home on some things. I'm going to just reiterate based off of what I know from back then to now. One, we drunk water back in the day. Matter of fact, I remember we'll play outside. That's another thing. You don't sweat. We'll play outside. They say, hey, be in that house when the street lights come on. We'll play outside with our friends, ride bikes. We'll be running all the time, playing different sports. We always play football, basketball. We always play doing some kind of physical activity. We didn't have no gyms. We got outside. We couldn't afford that mess. You all tired and sweaty. You need water. You went to that water hose. Come on, y'all know from back in the day, water hose. They say the water hose, the fountain of youth. It's like, yeah, right? You cut on that water hose on a hot day. You can't just put your mouth on it at first. You got to let it cool off. And once it get good and cool, now you drinking that water from that water hose. And you back out there again playing. You didn't care how hot it was or nothing. You was out there playing, for one. Number two, kids could stay kids for a long time. Today, these young kids grow up too fast because they're exposed to too much. Certain things that we couldn't even hear because our parents kept us from it. Like, I remember at one point in time that if a kid came in the room, there's somebody they cussing, and a kid came in the room, they'll stop cussing, right? And then they'll wait till the kid leave the room and go somewhere else or whatever where the kid can't hear, and then now they back to cussing. Or people wouldn't be drinking in front of kids like that, or allowing children to be in adult conversation. How many of y'all been told, hey, stay out of grown folks' conversation, stay in the child's place? Or if you're paying attention to their conversation and you're not saying nothing, they'll look at you and say, hey, keep your eyes out of my business. Go find you something to do. Go play with your friends. Go play your Nintendo. Go do something. But this grown folks conversation, go somewhere else. They would never allow children to be listening to a grown folks conversation or a certain music. Let's say like when NWA and all that type of stuff came out, you wasn't allowed to be listening to that as a norm. Now, if you heard it somewhere else, but as a norm, no. These kids are exposed to adult things. You know, you're talking about adult movies at young ages. You know, they have tablets so they can be exposed to things that we were never exposed to. Our childhood innocence got to stay a lot longer until we got older and maybe sought these things out. What the young sister said about the makeup, that is 2,000% true. Because I remember growing up in the community, young women, they would never, teenagers in my, age would never put all that. Let me tell y'all what would really get y'all. She ain't going through it, but I'm going to tell you. That doggone foundation. Y'all win all that foundation and that stuff stays on your complete face. You're not drinking no water. A lot of you not having no physical activity to sweat to get the toxins out. So you're putting all this foundation. That's chemicals that's in that stuff. Y'all not giving no natural something. No, this is chemicals you're putting. And the reason why a lot of you wearing foundation is because you're behind on drink no water. Because when you drink water, you can flush a lot of toxins out and things like that. You're not washing your face like you're supposed to. Then when back in the day, all they would do was wash their face, put some Noxzema on or something. And then after they do, they'll put some of that shea butter or cocoa butter on. And they'll use the lip glosses. Some of them, they will use, I've seen some use that red chapstick, the strawberry one. And they'll do that, and then they'll do their eyes or something like that, and that's all they would do. And they wouldn't be wearing no lashes either. They'll just be doing the mascara, because I remember they used to do it. And then they'll focus more on their hair and their outfit. That's it. Y'all full of tattoos. All them tattoos, it was only one kind of woman that did that. Two kind. The 304s who working for the local pimp or the stripper. When you saw a woman full of them tattoos, you already knew what she was. Go look at music videos, if you don't, back in the 90s. You didn't see a bunch of sisters full of tattoos. You take, top of my head, a group like SWV back in the day. Now, take the way they looked on the SWV, picking the album cover, and then go look at Sukihana. I mean, it's like this, and then the bad part is y'all been so socialized to get used to Sukihana that it's just crazy. It is crazy to look at her and y'all think that's normal. That's not normal. Then on top of that, y'all doing some sick and depraved things, even in the bedroom. Y'all putting your mouth places it shouldn't be. Y'all putting your mouth in places where people defecate. I'm not trying to explain the whole thing, but hey, look it up. You don't know the word defecate means. That's something we didn't practice. The filth of the human body comes out of that particular part, and you putting your mouth there, and you turned on by something like that, you are sick and depraved. We wasn't doing things like that. Sorry, that was not the thing. The only people that we knew of to do things like that is them folks. But that's not what black society was doing. Definitely black American society, no. The stuff y'all smoking today, whether it's the type of trees and all that mess y'all smoke. They've got so much chemicals in that mess. That stuff's not pure. You're drinking yourself at young ages, drinking yourself to just drinking too much. That's aging you. The stress level is aging you. Now, what she said about the losing of the hair, she's not a man. Listen, a man loses hair based off a lot of times genetics. The enhancements, I don't use any enhancements myself, never have. And, you know, I'm definitely older than Gen Z, so I don't have an issue with my hairline. My hairline is fine. But all in all, y'all need to slow down. Gen Z, slow down. Slow down and understand you have to assess what you're living today. Like my daughters. My daughters don't look old. And I have a 21, 22, and 24-year-old daughters, and they don't look old. But you know what? They don't wear makeup like that either. And when they do wear it, it's very, very minimal. Because my wife said, and my wife don't even be wearing all that makeup either. She don't do it because she was raised like that. You don't wear all that makeup because it ages you. It do. A Herman said, I told my wife, like, you ain't gonna wear no makeup. I'm cool. You ain't gotta wear that. And a lot of men will say that about their woman. You ain't got to wear that makeup. I'm good. Listen, your woman don't look good to you without makeup, then what you with her for? That's how I say as a man. You want her to reserve her looks so she don't need to be wearing all that makeup. For what? But yeah, Gen Z is aging pretty quick. Then at the same time, you know, I see people as Gen X, you know, people that's like 45, 50, some people, the older Gen X, I'm like, and they don't even look it. Some people who are Gen X and millennials look way younger than the Gen Z. So yeah, y'all gonna have to slow down a little bit. Drink more water, exercise so you can actually get all the impurities out of you because you got impurities in you. Some of you drink Cokes and all that all the time. Don't drink no water. Some of you don't eat fiber. And if you don't eat fiber in your diet, and I'm not saying go get no fake fiber, like no, I'm talking about real fiber. Like you eating some beans and things like that got that fiber in it. Some of you don't even go to the bathroom like you're supposed to. Some of you will be going a week or two without going to do number 2. That's not normal. You're supposed to be having fiber in your diet so you could be going to the bathroom every day. There's a lot of things going on with y'all that y'all gotta, you know, and you wonder why all these young people these days are getting diseases that normally would be if a person's older. So yeah, it's all the way around. Y'all need to get around some of the older people. That's the only thing I'm saying. I know y'all got this thing like, I don't want to be around no old people, but hey, if you see somebody in their 40s, 50s or something like that, and you say they look real good for their age, go talk to them and say, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing to look like that? And say, because of what I'm being taught, it's making us look old. I want to look like you. So what are you actually doing? And get the game. They'll give it to you. They give it to you 2,000%. They'll give it. They don't mind. But y'all on the way to looking like y'all are senior citizens at 40, and y'all got to change that, Gen Z.